This is a production of Florida State University.
Coming up on FSU Headlines, celebrate the class of 2019 and salute the resilient students at FSU Panama City. Plus, the Noles are ready for the postseason. FSU Headlines starts now. Hello and welcome to the Spring Semester 2019 Final Exam Edition of FSU Headlines, coming to you from beautiful Florida State University here in Tallahassee. I'm your host, Dennis Schnitker. The Florida State campus is full of smiling faces right now, posing for photos in cap and gown as the class of 2019 enjoys commencement ceremonies here at FSU. Here's our look back at the sights and sounds of Graduation Day 2019.
Behind you are all of your memories. Before you are all of your dreams. Around you are all who love you. Within you is all you need. Welcome to the first day as an official graduate of Florida State University.
I'm John Thrasher, I'm president of Florida State University, and we welcome you to our spring commencement.
It, to me, is the culmination of an incredible year at Florida State, and it's something I always look forward to, but I look forward to shaking every single hand and wishing all of these young people the very best in the future, and I know that they'll make Florida State proud.
If we all just took one person that we disagreed with, just one, and tried honestly to see things from their point of view, wouldn't this world be a much better place?
It was Virgil who said, "Fortune favors the bold." All I'm asking is that you be boldly human and live well.
Ready? All right. I hereby confer upon you the appropriate degree for which you have qualified. We extend to you our sincere congratulations. And you may now change your tassels from right to left.
Lauren Albana, Andrea Maria Alessandrini, Kyra June Allen.
The world is waiting for you, and I want you to take it by storm. I wish for you a promising future and encourage you to open up your arms and embrace the fine traditions of our university. May the luster of the garnet and the gold of this fine institution shine brightly upon you. You are now part of the tradition. Continue to carry the torches of the Florida State University evermore.
More than 5,400 graduates took part in spring commencement exercises. Congratulations to all of our spring graduates. History was also made this spring. A special group of graduates were recognized during spring commencement as the first graduating class of the Jim Moran School of Entrepreneurship. The school was established in 2017 thanks to a $100 million gift to Florida State University by Jan Moran and the Jim Moran Foundation. It's the largest gift in the State University system's history, and this first class of graduates had the chance to thank Mrs. Moran in person during the commencement ceremony. The Jim Moran School of Entrepreneurship offers degrees in commercial entrepreneurship at both the Tallahassee and Panama City campuses. It also offers social entrepreneurship and retail entrepreneurship degree tracks at the Tallahassee campus. And speaking of the FSU Panama City campus, a number of the students there lost everything last October when Category 5 Hurricane Michael made landfall in the Panhandle. Well, I'm pleased to report a great many of those students persevered to complete their studies on time. So Florida State honored Panama City's courageous and tenacious class of 2019 with a special video looking back at their remarkable journey to graduation day. Take a look.
I can't wait to graduate. It feels good.
And just to think that only a couple hours of damage made me a 23-year-old who's homeless. to have nothing to come back home to, it's just, it was the worst feeling in the whole entire world.
What Florida State provided for them was a sense of normalcy. It provided an opportunity for them to be with their friends, to be with their colleagues, to be with their mentors, to be with their professors, and to understand that they have a very bright future.
Putting the hats on or just the robes? Yeah, put the hat on. Thank you.
I think emotionally we are starting to become back together. We have worked so hard to overcome the obstacles, and I think it's made us stronger individuals. And I think that being here today, it's just truly incredible to think that we've come this far.
35 students, yes.
And you started your new job yesterday?
I did.
All of our faculty and our staff, they all work so hard. But the ones who work the hardest, they're the students. They were the students. They're the ones who work the hardest to make sure that they reach this day.
You just take it day by day. It's just one step at a time. We've all overcome such hard circumstances, and we've made it through, and it really defines us that we can go through these struggles and we can go through these hard times and we can make it out better on the other side. And we're all doing it as a family and as support systems for each other.
We all survived together, we thrived together, we were able to overcome it.
How much we all cared for each other, and, you know, telling each other, like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna make it, this is not the end. Here I am, getting a little teared up, but I'm here and I'm graduating, and I could not be more proud of myself. This is the best thing I've ever done.
Words don't even describe how proud I am and how excited I am to graduate, especially from FSU. It's a great honor.
I love this place. I've poured my heart and soul into it, joined clubs, joined the student government, and to leave it all behind is really sad, but it's really amazing to step into the next chapter of my life.
Today you're receiving a degree from one of America's great universities. And regardless of where your next steps take you, this will always, always, always be your home. Go Noles.
And Florida State University will never forget the Panama City class of 2019. Back here on the Tallahassee campus, President Thrasher offers a special tribute to this year's graduates by making his annual senior toast. It has certainly become a highlight of the spring graduation festivities here at Florida State, with hundreds of students making their way to the Champions Club to celebrate and take part in a special commencement tradition.
It's our senior toast, and I'm really excited because I've been here for 4 years, been putting in that work, and finally, here we are, graduation, baby.
To the class of 2019, I wish you all the very best as you begin your next phase of your life. And I hope your journey will always be paved with garnet and gold. Go Noles! Yeah!
And another of our favorite springtime traditions here at Florida State is the President's Ice Cream Social. It brings out students, faculty, and staff to enjoy more than a few scoops of ice cream. Watch this.
We're having a fabulous day of serving ice cream to our students and talking to them and just enjoying the day.
Amazing! Thank you,
I get to see students I haven't seen in a long time.
Lots of them.
A lot of new ones. Yeah, so it's always a special
Y'all have a
day
great day.
to see them. Absolutely.
It is great, so good and cool.
All right, coming up next on FSU Headlines, it's honors and awards all around for outstanding students.
This is a major celebration for the graduate school. It's the day that we bring everybody together that's won awards and celebrate how brilliant they are and how much they're changing the world.
We'll recognize outstanding undergraduate and graduate students when FSU Headlines continues in a moment.
We are Florida State University.
When you buy a Florida State University license plate,
You're not just showing your school spirit.
You're supporting students like us.
in the lab,
In the classroom.
And in the library.
putting this tag on your vehicle helps Florida State students achieve their dreams. So show your pride. Purchase an FSU license plate today.
Welcome back to FSU Headlines in the Westcott Plaza here at Florida State University. I'm your host, Dennis Schnitker. In our next headline, Florida State recognizes exceptional students who go above and beyond. These students are now part of the Garnet and Gold Scholar Society. Garnet and Gold Scholars excel within and beyond the classroom in at least 3 of the 5 areas of strength that Florida State University is known for in the world of academics. Those areas are international experience, internship, leadership, research, and service. Inductees receive a special Garnet and Gold Scholar Medallion from the university president to wear during graduation. They also receive designation on their official university transcript. Both make the students more marketable to potential employers or graduate programs.
The Garnet and Gold Scholar Society is a society that recognizes undergraduate students who excel within the classroom and outside of the classroom.
It's really exciting. We made it this far, and it's really great to be honored in this way for the hard work that we've put in over the past 4 years.
Florida State University welcomed a record-setting 289 inductees into the Garnet and Gold Scholar Society this spring semester alone. At Florida State University, undergraduates also have the opportunity to launch research careers in a variety of academic fields very early on. And the Undergraduate Research Symposium gives these students the chance to share their work with the university community. The undergraduate researchers presented their work as oral or poster board presentations in a number of different disciplines.
Today's the 19th Annual Undergraduate Research Symposium, but it's really a showcase of all of the research and creative projects that students have been undertaking over the past year. So students get the opportunity to share their research, but also learn about what other students are doing, probably from disciplines they've maybe never really even thought about before.
From robotics to gaming and 3D printing, you can find it all at Florida State University's digital wonderland known as Digitech. The showcase of student innovation and digital technology was recently held in Florida State's brand new Innovation Hub. Innovation is at the heart of Digitech. Students are creating and also showing how they're integrating existing technologies into their studies.
I think students need acknowledgement for their hard work and effort, and we need to drive more innovation and creativity on campus. And so exposing these projects to the campus community inspires others. It gives the creators a good sense of worthwhileness and just gives them the acknowledgement that they deserve.
The Innovation Hub was established thanks to a $2.5 million investment by University Provost Sally McRory to deepen FSU's commitment to continuous innovation. The FAMU FSU College of Engineering recently presented its annual showcase of talented senior design projects. Take a look.
Today is our Senior Design Day. Once a year, we have this day in which we bring all of the students who are graduating seniors, have worked for a whole year on a project, and they will demonstrate their prototypes this afternoon. It's a kind of capstone of their work as engineers and gives them the first idea of what it's like to be out there as an engineer in society. It's a great learning experience for them. One of the things we have going here is the most diverse College of Engineering in the country, so our students get the added benefit of learning how to work in cross-cultural teams that's highly valued by industry.
You can't do anything by yourself as much as you try, and you really have to communicate with your teammates, and everyone has to understand what's going on to be able to put something together like this. It's hard. It's not easy. Even if you feel like it's mechanically simple, it's still difficult to get projects together like by yourself, and you really need to learn how to communicate. And that's one way I've developed a lot, is just communication with my teammates, because I couldn't have done it without them.
This is very good, guys. We have a very wide range of projects. Many of them are sponsored by industry. Actually sitting in front of the students and learning what they've done or seeing their prototypes. It's a lot of fun, to be honest with you, and does make me very proud.
The Graduate School at Florida State University recently honored some of its top students and leaders. Florida State's annual celebration of graduate student excellence spotlights the achievements of its advanced degree-seeking students. Awards for outstanding teaching assistant, student leadership, research and creativity, and excellence in visual arts are just some of the honors presented at the ceremony.
This is a major celebration for the graduate school. It's the day that we bring everybody together that's won awards and celebrate how brilliant they are and how much they're changing the world.
Teaching associates in the program for instructional excellence and the 3-minute thesis winners were also honored for their achievements this year. Can you explain your research in 4 minutes? Well, that's the challenge of the first of its kind event called Masters in 4. The Graduate School at Florida State University is challenging and encouraging its master's students to explain their research in just 4 minutes with just 4 slides. Dean of the Graduate School, Mark Riley, explains its specific purpose and benefits.
This is an event for master's students to join in the fun and tell us in 4 minutes what their research project is all about in non-specialist terms. You know, just as if they, on Thanksgiving, had to tell the rest of the family what it is that they do.
And while this is a first-time event, it's built off the similar idea for PhD seekers who participate in the 3-minute thesis competition. 12 participants made it to the final round of the Masters in 4 and explained their research in front of an audience of judges and the general public. Well, still to come on FSU Headlines, we'll head back to Panama City.
So why not put something together where we can bring these people out and just give a little hope.
Florida State student athletes look to lend a helping hand when FSU Headlines continues in a moment. Welcome back to Florida State University and FSU Headlines. I'm Dennis Schnitker. We told you earlier about the recovery going on in the Panhandle, and now we'll take another trip to Panama City, this time with some Florida State student athletes. FSU Headlines reporter Mark Vaughn joins us now to talk about the special trip and to give us a breakdown of the end of the spring semester in athletics. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Dennis. Some FSU student athletes took a trip over to the Panama City area to help with some of the cleanup efforts there and to also encourage some of their FSU Seminole friends along the way.
What do you do when disaster strikes?
Get prepared and get out if an evacuation is ordered.
When your home, belongings, and normalcy are taken away in an instant.
Every family must be prepared.
Some may allow the disaster to consume them, but others, they face the adversity head first, adamant to come together with others to overcome even the strongest of storms. On October 10th, 2018, disaster struck Northwest Florida, devastating the coastal and inland cities of the Panhandle, causing many residents of places like Panama City to lose everything they own. And while some only talked about helping, others took initiative moving in to help those still weathering the storm's devastating aftermath. FSU sophomore swimmer Patrick Bukovich did exactly that, as the Cincinnati, Ohio native led 40 Florida State student-athletes to Panama City to help clean up some of the mess Hurricane Michael left behind.
We have the resources here. Obviously, a lot of people from Panama are Florida State fans, and I have access to the athletes who are some of the most well-known people on campus. So why not put something together where we can bring these people out and just give a little hope.
And with the help of FSU athletic administrators Ashton Henderson and Sarah Petronio, he was able to plan and coordinate the group trip to the coast.
My heart is so full right now to see all the student athletes really get behind him, and just the amount of turnout where they could be doing something else with their time. Because it is their off day, they could just be doing that, but we're really grateful that they came and decided to give back.
These student athletes, on their off day, began the day cleaning up debris on the beach and finished by adding and spreading mulch in a downtown park. Of the 40 student athletes that made the venture, 4 are from Panama City and were more than happy to take part in the reconstructing of their home, especially since some of them lost almost everything to Hurricane Michael.
The storm had a major impact on me and my family. We lost our whole house, everything that we owned. So it's been a tough 6 months, but it's going to get better, and it's just something that's just going to take time to get better with.
These students weren't alone in their efforts. Faculty, staff, and students from the FSU Panama City campus came to lend a helping hand and express their appreciation.
We are very, very thankful for the opportunity for FSU Tallahassee students to come here. A lot of them, it's their first time here. I know that the news cycle did not give a lot of attention on this, because there was a lot of other things that was happening immediately after Hurricane Michael. But it gives students a first opportunity to not only see what actually happened here, to gain an understanding of what we're still dealing with, but also to play a critical role in the rebuilding.
I'm so proud of our student athletes here today, working with some students here in Panama City, coming from Tallahassee at their own initiative to help clean up the area. Everybody's been working to clean up the area, because the more debris we can get removed, everybody will begin to see a return to normalcy.
This constant struggle to regain that sense of normalcy has brought some relief from how bad the damages were just 6 months ago.
One of the critical things about the students being here from FSU Tallahassee is that we're just not telling people how much we care. We're actually showing people how much we care about rebuilding Northwest Florida.
I still remember one of our faculty members telling me the story that they wrote it out in their home, and then as their home started shaking and the roof started coming off, she and her husband said their goodbyes to each other. But they're still here today.
The beauty of hardships and adversity is that they don't last forever. And in the case of the Florida State family and community, when disaster strikes, we stand as one, forever unconquered. I'm Brandon Spencer for Seminole Sports Magazine.
Over to baseball, and it's the end of an era for the Florida State University baseball program. The winningest NCAA baseball coach, Mike Martin, is retiring following the conclusion of this season. Throughout the regular season, there have been some big wins and a few losses along the way, heading into the final postseason of a storied career for the head coach. The Noles playing the final regular season home series against Richmond before a last road ACC series at Louisville, and then some postseason play. Mike Martin going into those final few regular season games and weeks with over 2,000 wins. On to softball, and the women's softball team is still dominant in ACC play a year removed from the national title. This year's team, number 36 as it's called, heads into ACC tournament play with a big series win to end the regular season over Syracuse. The Noles moving to 46-8 on the year with the win, and a second-place regular season finish, just one game behind Virginia Tech in tournament seeding. The ACC tournament in Tallahassee this year at Joanne Graff Field, so a home field advantage for the Noles, who are looking to defend their ACC and national titles. Now over to beach volleyball, and in this 50th year of women's athletics at Florida State, the beach volleyball team one of the best on campus for sure. The team wins another conference title before earning a number 3 seed in the national tournament over in Gulf Shores. An opening round 3-0 win over Cal Poly put them in the winner's bracket, but that was not to remain for the Noles this year. A tough loss to UCLA in the winner's side of the double elimination tournament put the team into the one-and-done side, where they lost a second tough match to a team from the West Coast in Southern California. That ended the Noles season. A good one nonetheless, though. FSU ending the year 29-7. That's it for this sports update, but remember, you can keep up with all things Seminole athletics by visiting Seminoles.com. Dennis, back to you.
All right, Mark, thank you for that reporting. In our final headline, we're headed to the state capitol for a day dedicated to FSU and to the men and women of the Florida legislature who support Florida State and higher education all year round. This is FSU Day at the Capitol.
It's great to see all the garnet and gold out there. It really is. See all the garnet and gold inside the Capitol, too. There's really never been a better time, right, to be a Seminole. Never been a better time. Just look at our national prominence and recognize our academic excellence. We've invested carefully. I hope our members of the legislature understand that. And our student success is unparalleled. At Florida State, we get to brag a little bit about some of the great successes we've had to our friends in the legislature who we depend on so much for the support that we get for the entire year. So it's a great opportunity for us to, frankly, show off a little bit, show our great programs, show the members of the legislature that this is a great university and one of the elite universities in America. I love it. I love the pride. You know, you see this. You see all of our great programs. You see the students that are involved in it. It's an amazing thing, and we couldn't be prouder of them. Couldn't be prouder.
All right, that's going to do it for this edition of FSU Headlines. But you can see more news from Florida State University anytime online at news.fsu.edu. It's the official news website of Florida State University. For everyone here at Florida State, I'm Dennis Schnitker. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.